Charleston Tech Chat. This is a monthly series where we spotlight talent from local tech companies, and we talk about the innovative and growing tech community here, and we talk about what it's like to live and work in Charleston, South Carolina. So today we are at Snag a Job in downtown Charleston, South Carolina on this beautiful day, right? We get to sit on this amazing rooftop deck, and I'm here with Miguel. So thanks so much for having us, Miguel.
Thank you for having me.
So just want to let everyone know to please send in your questions, whether it's about the Charleston tech community or if it's about just living and working here, or if it's about Snag a Job. You guys are hiring right now.
We are hiring.
So if you have any questions
absolutely.
about working here or anything, please send those over and we'd love to answer them for you.
For sure.
All right, so first things first, tell me a little bit about Snag a Job and what your position is here and how long you've been with Snag a Job.
Sure. I mean, at the very basic, I would say Snag a Job is a platform for hourly employees to connect with hourly employers. I'm currently a senior quality assurance engineer here with Snag a Job, and I've been here for about 3 years.
All right, tell me a little bit about the position. What do you do on a day-to-day basis?
Sure. As a quality assurance engineer, we pretty much try to break developers' code. We are kind of the last line of defense before the code actually goes out live, we say.
Okay.
So just to make sure there's no bugs or anything that goes out with the code and everything works for our clients as they should, so they don't experience anything bad with their experience.
All right, I learned something every day, something new every day about the tech community.
Sure.
Tell me, Snag a Job is new to the area, so tell me about what brought Snag a Job here.
Sure. We are currently sitting at the PeopleMatter building. It's very visible on King Street.
Great spot.
Yeah, it is an amazing spot. So we were acquired by Snag a Job in July of 2016. And the move was pretty strategic. And it made total sense because Snag a Job, my cousin who is 16 years old knows what Snag a Job is. They were kind of at the forefront of that hourly job seeker, trying to find jobs and connecting them to those employers. Well, PeopleMatter, our software, was more inclined to, I guess, the HR management portion of it, right? So once someone did apply through our system, we were able to hire, onboard, train, and schedule that person for that job that they found. So it was like a match made in heaven, and we are honestly better together.
Oh, that's fantastic. I've heard nothing but great things about PeopleMatter and Snag a Job and what you've been able to do together in the community and outside.
Yes.
So what about Snag a Job's future excites you?
Oh, geez.
What's coming down the pipeline? Anything?
Yes, we have some really cool stuff coming down the pipeline. We just had our company kick off in January, and we're kind of unveiling some new products that I think, some of it's unheard of, and some of it kind of just blew our minds, to be honest. One of the cool things that was kind of released was this thing called Snag a Shift, where it gave a job seeker an opportunity to pick up just a shift instead of an entire job. So an employer can, rate that person based on how they perform their shift, and they can go around town and say, hey, who needs someone, to pick up their shift for them, kind of thing. And if you're in the same kind of industry, right? So if you're a bartender at X restaurant and Y restaurant needs a shift picked up, you can snag that shift, if you will.
So you're really disrupting the HR and kind of food and beverage business a lot too.
Absolutely.
We have a question. Great.
Forbes just named Charleston the 4th best mid-sized metro in the U.S. for jobs in 2017. Why do you think Charleston offers so much opportunity?
Oh, wow.
Oh, geez,
We have some papers.
That's a big question.
It's a great ranking that we're really proud of to have here in Charleston.
Absolutely.
So, you could probably answer that just by telling us what is happening that's different here in Charleston. What sets us apart from other tech communities?
That's a super. I don't know. It's a complex answer, but my view of it. Sorry, it's really windy
there's
up here.
There's paper going
there's
across,
paper just flying around.
We're being distracted. So
yes, no worries. Sorry. Where were we?
Squirrel.
What sets Charleston apart from everywhere else, and I think the reason it is on Forbes' list is because the community we have here in the tech industry, it's very tight knit. To be honest, it's a small community that it's more collaborative than it is competitive. People are willing to share those ideas that they have. There are tech communities here in Charleston that if you're a member of, competing companies, quote unquote competing companies, you'll still get together and collaborate on some things. Like the Charleston Digital Corridor is a really good resource for people to kind of just get together, and they put on events for these tech people to get together and kind of like share ideas, and it's awesome.
I think that's a perfect summary, because it's one of my favorite things about being a part of not even just the tech community, but just Charleston.
Absolutely.
The culture here is great, and talking about culture, you had mentioned how much you love the culture at Snag a Job. So
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Sure. Well, first of all, my dog's actually just sitting off
The
to the side over
cutest
here.
dog. His name is Marty, and he's awesome.
Yeah, he's honestly, that's one of the best perks about working for Snag a Job, among a lot of other things. But just the flexibility of it all is really great. You really get that like startup atmosphere that you would expect from like, a smaller startup. But like, I mean, we are, I think, over 100 employees now, but we still we're on the roof. There's beer behind this camera, so
There is.
and it's great. Besides the benefits and everything else, my favorite part, I will always maintain, my favorite part of working here at Snag a Job is being able to come to work and you work with your friends. I come in every day and it's like I'm working with my brothers and sisters.
Wow, that's
Like we have a very close, tight-knit team, and we will give each other caught myself.
And we don't have a 5-second delay or anything, so.
I caught myself. I'm
You
like,
did.
wait.
Very good. He caught himself, so.
We will give each other grief, and we can take it and dish it, and it's awesome. It's honestly, the work environment's one of the best parts about the culture here.
What brought you to Charleston, South Carolina? Because you're not originally from here.
I'm not. I'm actually from Orlando, Florida, and I moved to Charleston about 3 years ago. It's kind of a, it's a love story, JK. But kind of, not really. No, me and my now wife were long distance, and we knew that she was up in DC, and we knew that we kind of wanted to meet somewhere in the middle. And Charleston just happened to have this like budding tech community, and I was already doing QA in Orlando. So when I started applying for jobs, and I was in the Department of Defense kind of deal
wow.
for
Okay.
testing, my wife, now wife, found a listing for like the super cool tech job in Charleston, which I'm like, this is way too good to be true. Like unlimited vacation, really? So I applied just for the heck of it, just to see where it went. And I was like, I probably won't move for another like year, so I might as well just start applying. And they called me back the day after, and I got hired the week after that. And I'm like, oh crap, I guess I have to move to Charleston.
Darn, right?
Exactly.
And now he's sitting here on this beautiful roof with this beautiful
I'm
view
not with
and
that.
a great company. That's great. What about just kind of learning more about you? Was there a moment in your life or your education that took you to the tech career?
Yes. Yeah, it's weird. I graduated with a civil engineering degree, so very not really tech-like, right? I was building bridges and roads, and that's what I went to school for. Unfortunately, I graduated in 2009, and everyone knows what the job market was like in 2008,
Right.
2009. So that kind of forced me to kind of expand, I guess, my, I don't know, education, still
Continue.
within civil engineering. And one of the things that I found that was kind of tech related was this thing called GIS. So GIS is, it's pretty much like Google Earth on crack. That's how I could explain it. And it was a way for me to kind of get into the tech industry. Well, I happened to get a job with Lockheed Martin doing GIS,
Okay.
which was the basis for their military simulations.
Right.
So, long story short, I ended up becoming a test engineer for Lockheed Martin, and then another DoD tech company doing the same kind of thing in Orlando, and then I finally got hired here at Snag Job. Yep.
All right, that's very interesting. We actually use GIS planning in economic development.
That's right,
So
that's right,
yeah, so I know,
absolutely.
I'm familiar with it. So if we have some people out there and they're watching this right now, and they're from somewhere else in the country, and they're thinking about moving here, what would be some advice you would give them about finding a job here?
Sure. Check out snagajob.com. I think we've got some careers available and whatnot. But no, in all seriousness, There's a couple of different places to look. Starting with before I even found a job at this building, I was looking on the Digital Corridors website. So the CDC has a really good resource for, upcoming engineers, or if you're still in college looking for something else. It was a really good place for me to look and see who exactly was out there hiring and what the community was like and what the different companies were like. Do your research. Every company is going to be different. Don't trust Glassdoor, honestly. Like, it's not even close. Like, people that usually write on Glassdoor are people who have been burned.
Well,
So,
and I'll do a plug for us, Charleston Open Source. We have Snag Jobs, job postings on our website, and we also have a lot of resources and other jobs from other companies here that you can kind of find. So I would plug our resources
sure.
as well. So, all right. So
should have plugged it first.
Right?
You know?
No, that's fine. That's fine. In 3 words, describe Charleston.
Oh, geez. Okay. Not tech related.
You can go either way, whatever comes to you.
Cool. Let's go with innovation, food, and beach.
Beach? Those are all very good words to describe Charleston.
Yep.
And speaking of innovation, is there anything that you're doing right now with Snag a Job? You talked about some of the things that were coming in the future that excite you, but something you're working on right now that's just kind of that's rewarding. It's a rewarding project. You're learning from it. Anything?
Yeah. So we had a couple products that we released last year, and it's ongoing, obviously, but I think the most rewarding one that we've seen was probably, we call it the mobile job app. So traditionally, job applications, you go to a kiosk at whatever location, and if you're there, you fill out the application on their computer. So we worked on a mobile app that was easier for anyone to apply using just any cell phone. We support almost every single device, and we've tested every single device as a QA. So just to give you an idea of how effective that was for PeopleMatter, at least, until we got acquired by Snag a Job. In 2012, we reached 1 million applications.
Congratulations.
Thank you. In 2014, we reached 10 million applications.
Well, congratulations.
And they're projecting 25 million by the end of this year. So it was a huge success, and we are currently in the process of making more of our apps mobile.
It's an amazing thing to be a part of.
Yeah,
absolutely. So what else are you involved with in Charleston? Whether it's in tech or out of tech, tell us a little bit of something else you're involved with.
Sure. For fun, I started a blog because everyone else did. That's a lie. I started a blog called Holy City Handcraft. The premise being, it was supposed to be a cooking blog, and eventually evolved into this food, drink, event coverage of Charleston. And it's funny because it evolved in a way that okay, it was supposed to be food, me cooking food, and turned into oh, I'm also going to make cocktails. Well, it turns out Charleston really loves to drink. So I found that the content that I was producing, the drinking ones, making craft cocktails, were the ones that actually got the most positive responses, I would say. So yeah, it's been great. I've been able to collaborate with a lot of bars and restaurants around town to, either shoot content for their restaurant or, collaborate on a craft cocktail with that restaurant. And
actually met Miguel a couple months ago at a Rum Rudolph event for the Charleston Wine and Food Festival.
Yes.
So, all the worlds come together quite
Absolutely.
often here in Charleston.
Absolutely.
So let's see. It's the weekend. What are you going to be doing?
Oh man. Well, if the weather stays like this, we're going to be at the beach all weekend. We live 10 minutes away from Folly Beach. So if you live in Charleston, you're not far from the water, obviously. So if anyone wants to invite me on a boat, that's cool too. Just let me know.
I'll jump on that. If you want to invite me on a boat or me and Miguel on a boat, we will be there.
That's right.
It's a Memorial Day weekend.
Absolutely.
Gorgeous weather. It's time to do it.
Absolutely.
So we always like to end with a speed round.
Sure.
All right. So are we ready?
Yes.
Okay. Favorite restaurant?
Edmund's Oast.
Okay. I added this in special for you.
Thank you.
Favorite cocktail?
Oh, Boulevardier.
Ooh.
I know.
All right. Sounds
You want me to
delicious.
explain it?
Yeah, just real quick.
Equal parts rye whiskey, sweet vermouth, and Campari.
All right, I'll have to try that. A favorite place for a caffeine fix?
Oh, geez. Black Tap Coffee is one of my favorites.
Very good.
Yes.
Laptop or desktop?
Laptop.
All right, Bill Murray or Stephen Colbert?
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray, right? You can always catch Bill Murray potentially at a River Dogs game downtown, which is
true.
always very fun.
Or at his restaurant.
Or at his restaurant,
Yeah.
that's true. Very good.
Yes.
Favorite brewery?
Ooh, God,
lot
there's
now.
so many now.
I
It's
know.
crazy. I want to say, God, there's so many. This isn't fair. I'm gonna go with Revelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
You heard that, Revelry, right? Kayaking or paddleboarding?
I have terrible balance, so kayaking.
Kayaking.
For
I'm
sure.
the same way. A favorite festival?
Charleston Wine and Food Festival.
All
for
right,
sure.
yeah. So I met you there. So I thought. And then lastly, Charleston in one word.
Vibrant.
Vibrant. Well, fantastic. Well, I wanted to let everyone know again, Snag a Job is hiring. You can visit their website or Charleston Open Source's website to find out more about the opportunities here. Thank you so much for
Of course.
having us, and thank you,
for having
Snag a
me.
Job. And make sure you tune in next month. We're going to be downtown at the new Pacific Box and Crate campus, and we'll be at Fish Labs, which we're excited about. So thank you so much, everybody. Have a fantastic day. I hope you get to enjoy this gorgeous, gorgeous weather. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.